Hang on just a second more. The game is definitely in here somewhere. There we go. I didn't even have to hit any buttons. I just had to stare at it menacingly. Alrighty. Yeah. My apologies for having my tits out. I am sweating bullets IRL, so I figured my character should reflect that, at least for a bit. I see you more. I see you dancing. And that's a new bat, isn't it? Nijax 2 Blink. Oh, it's a snug rodent. Goody. Hey, Brooks, how you doing? I am naked on purpose, believe it or not, because it is currently 90-something degrees here and the sun is going down. I just had to live someplace that has all 4 seasons. And by 4 seasons, I mean summer, double summer, a hint of autumn, and then either we just get January depression or an Arctic apocalypse. Mother Nature's a subtle bitch, isn't she? But you know what, maybe I'm tempting her too much, so I'll put these away. Yesterday was the hottest day of the year here. You have 2 seasons, summer and summer plus. I like when we get snow, I just don't like it if the snow is in either October or April. Actually, no, that's a lie. I like it in April. That's my birthday. Proximity to my birthday. Said it many times before, you'll say it again. I need to move for real? Unfortunately, moving trucks are not free. I can't just find those roaming around in the wild, so... If I'm not mistaken, we have a new event quest. I know I haven't claimed my daily. I'm currently full on the lucky vouchers. And I also am going to get another one in about 26 minutes, so... Oh, 2 new quests. Okay. Kut-Ku the Forest Conqueror. According to the Woodwoods, a monster they call the Pectator of Doom and Chaos is terrorizing the forest. I think they might be talking about a young Kut-Ku? Well, either way. If you give him a hand, you should get some special equipment. Also, maybe... I feel like they shouldn't have gotten Doom or Chaos right if it's the Woodwoods talking, so... Pectator of Dumb and Chouse. That sounds more like the Woodwoods. You used to live in Michigan, and there was snow on your birthday one year, and your birthday is around Memorial Day. Jesus. Lucky duck. I can't remember the exact year, but I do remember getting some snow around my birthday in April. If I had to ballpark it, it's probably going to be like 2004, 2005. I remember I was messing around with the Joey and Pegasus starter decks for Yu-Gi-Oh! Ancient times. I tried making a Toon World deck work for far too long. But I never tried playing Baby Dragon. It's so funny, you remember those days. Okay. Right, I already went over this quest. Okay. And this one, I don't know what this one is. As people tasked with keeping an eye on the Guardians, the Keepers find the elusive Zulu particularly unsettling. If we deal with them, they'll give you some ingredients. It's another ingredient quest, really? I don't see any special drops. We can try it. But, I'd rather start with the young Kut-Ku, so I can burn some vouchers. Also, for those of you not following my mental breakdowns on X, or Twitter, as if the site's meant for anything else, I recently had to replace my boot drive because that was being something of a bottleneck for recording certain games and software. So today we are going to be trying, at minimum, Monster Hunter, and we're going to be running Krita for a bit. Krita might come down to the file size ultimately, because that seems like it's a matter of just overpopulating the RAM rather than the memory gradually overflowing. So we're going to do some stress tests today. But for now, I need to stress test this young Kut-Ku's skull with bagpipes. So let's get this underway. Also, this one quest might not be enough, but if it's not within 2 quests, I should be HR 300, which is going to give you the last of the rank-based titles for Wilds. I'm used to something like, hell, even as recently as World Iceborne. I don't remember what the level up based titles were like in Rise or Sunbreak, actually. But yeah, even Base World made you work for, I think it was HR 999 to get the sexy title. And there were other titles, obviously, but the sexy was the one I used. Come on, bird, get the lead out. I must apologize for not streaming more in the last week. I know I haven't been live since Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday night were just me troubleshooting. I did eventually work out the drive issues. Does not mean it was quick or easy, though. I'm basically dying all the time, take all the time I need. Here's the thing. The last streams I was missing, that wasn't because of me dying, that was my computer. I didn't necessarily need to replace the drive immediately, but I can only get so many corruption warnings before I get worried. So, it was now or never kind of time. And no, that is not an invitation to start singing the High School Musical soundtrack. Enough of your floppy antics, chicken. All this foul behavior makes me think you need to be deep fried. Behold, healthcare. Never mind, too spicy. Well, I'll give the Woodwoods this. This is actually a rather annoying young cuckoo. Depth perception 0. Something I wish I had. I don't know, this thing's about to turn into armor. If not for me, for my cat, so... I will own it in one sense or the other. And all that talk of world actually made me think, as soon as I saw the slobber, I should clutch claw to stagger. I'm getting my monsters mixed and matched. The cat is the first priority. Agreed. Alright, Bird, get a move on. We got young Kutkus and Rathian both in this game, and still no young Arugas. Which, I guess, technically that's not a problem. It's never been confirmed what creates a young Aruga. But we have strong suspicions. I will never say no to more monsters. They don't have to put in everything. But Generations basically did, and that's a pretty good Monster Hunter. Get down. Good parrot proc, Fuzzy. Come and get it. You know what? Never mind. I'll just administer it directly for you. Well, we're going to be chasing that for a bit. Then get my ass back to world and do your quests? You're not touching anything anymore? I believe in you. You're more than equipped. And if you're not equipped, you should be hunting something lesser. You can equip that. I'm not going to go back to camp just to get 4 extra potions. It's not child's play, chump change. Eh. You can't, you're trying. Maybe I dip my toe back in again. We'll see. I'm getting the itch to go back, but here's the thing. We have a Capcom showcase coming out in a week less than, actually. And they're going to be detailing the next update for Wilds, which theoretically is including Lagiacrus. I might have some laggy commitments, and I'm not talking about my multiplayer lobbies, no. I mean laggy as in the nickname. Oh, and we also just got the update from Palworld. They put out multiple trailers, one which was 2D animated. We're getting the next update for Palworld on the 25th. I don't know the time they're planning on updating, but, oh, it's getting serious, the game is paused. I'm just having too many thoughts in my head all at once. It's called buffering. I use that as an excuse to pretend I have an attention span. Oh good, you got to see one more sunrise before I kill you. Isn't that sweet? You were one hit away that entire time? I should have just taken pot shots after you flew away. Never mind. The Tism, yeah, it does have something of a priority slot for me. When am I doing the promised art stream? We might get to discuss that a bit later, but I don't know about a full-on, like... maybe we see about that on Sunday night, depending on how things go. I don't need to pause. looking for communication. There. That's what I need to see. Throw in some mildly pixelated blossoms. Ferox used Pedal Dance. Ferox got confused. And we even got to see the pedals for a bit with the animals. All is right in the world. Okay, here's the new items. Woodwood Treasure. Treasure given by the Woodwoods. They swear that it's priceless, but it looks like garbage. You know, I deserve it. Okay, so here's the thing with the art stream. I might have to test this part offline because, again, the crit file loads, but I'm leaving that open as well just to see if it impacts with the memory leak, and I'll be checking on Monster Hunter in a bit. As it stands, though, the thing I want to be working on with Critter right now would be my emotes. I have ideas. We can discuss ideas after we make sure Monster Hunter passes the stress test. 40 new titles at HR 300. There you go. I hope one of them is Leonidas. Right, I was saying emotes. I want to be working on emotes. I have ideas for like a half dozen of them. I figure I have to make at least... Those are so annoying. Oh, claim this before I forget. And that is technically yesterday's daily login reward. I still have to get the next one for tonight in about 12 minutes. So we're going to be burning another voucher. How many am I going to make? I figure I should put them all out as soon as I can. But I'm aiming for a first total batch of like 10. Probably going to be 5 free, 5 paywalled. Which feels dirty to say, but I got to have a benefit for subscribers, right? So... we'll figure things out. I know some streamers that put them all behind a paywall. I don't know if I could do that. I figure, at least for the first batch of 10, it's going to be half and half. 20? We're going to get to 20. But I figure just the first batch, make sure things are working the way they're intended. Okay, the tempered bounty is done. I need to do the plains, I need to do Raid Dow, and just some basic bitch quests. That's fine. And I need to get to that Rathian arena at some point. Oh, just by the way, it takes ages for some to be approved. I imagine I'm going to be on the longer end of that because some of my ideas are actually going to push the limits, so... hang on. I saved my ideas in an email draft because I was thinking on these while I was getting the drives transferred. So, I didn't know where that text file was going to be saved. Okay. Oh, motherfucker. Did I delete some of these? I feel like I deleted some of the ideas. Okay, let's see. Let me bring up my notepad left. There we go. How big is that on stream? That needs to be zoomed in heavily, yeah. So I was thinking I should look into at least some of these being hieroglyphic expired. My brain's expired. Hieroglyphic inspired, given the Egyptian motifs I have in my design. So I'm thinking walk like a crystalism / Egyptian. I just draw myself as a simplified hieroglyphic. At least I had ideas. You just went crazy? Huh. I can go crazy. I'm expired. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What else do I got? What else do I got? I figure I make enough innuendo jokes with my ears, and I do have this toggle, by the way. I gotta do something for that. So, for one of these, I'm thinking instead of 6-inch heels, it's 6-inch ears. Which, honestly, it's actually that my ears are already 6 inches by default, and then I can extend them an additional 6 inches. So, Exactly. The ears. Yep. So I figure I can do an emote for that looks like Bayonetta's heel from the Bayonetta 1 advertising. Actually, they repeated... Yeah, words. They repeated it in 2, but I think the version in 1, just the angle, the mood feels better if I emulate the Bayo 1 stuff. Am I gonna make animated ones? I want to get at least double-digit static ones before I go into GIFs, so I'm starting with PNGs. Bayonetta, Slay, absolutely. I've been getting the itch to play some Bayonetta, so depending on what happens with the streams coming up this week, maybe we mix it up with a little Bayo 1 on PC. I got that modded nicely. How's that sound? Okay. Now, let's see. I got a bunch of windows open. Let me think. Next, I have CMY. Like, CMYK. Along shouting Y. Because I figure some of these are going to be just simplifications of facial expressions, but I want them to have something that is within the color theming, or that's more anything I say. Oh, well. You call me pretty boy. I think you need a new prescription, whether that's glasses or some other medical instrument. Insert away. And onto that one, we have CMYK, which is the full color gamut of cyan, magenta, yellow, black. And I figure one of those is going to basically be a question mark. One of them is going to just be an affirmative nod. I'd have to go into particulars on what exactly I want to do on these. Let's see. I have that. Okay. We already discussed this one, actually. Using my actual printer elements in my character design, we could have something along the lines of, say, printing that paper, and we just have a giant dollar jutting out of my chest. Oh my god, how am I so creative? I'm not. I get by narrowly. You're giving compliments because that's the only way to bullet? Listen here, you little shit. How dare you use the truth against me? I don't do well with praise. Okay. So yeah, I figure I can have something similar to, let's see, I think I got rid of that notification prompt I had saved in OBS. But you're familiar with my notification GIF for me specifically. Maybe I re-add that, hang on. Image. Where is it going to populate that? Okay. Let's see. Desktop, streaming. Where did I bury the commissions folder? Ah, here we go. That's blown up quite large, but you know, it can stay for the moment. It's selecting basically everything except the GIF. That's not great. Let me see if I can lock some of this to work around it. Oh, okay, there we go. And I'm back. There we go. So the way my GIF has that print coming directly out of the chest slot, I'm thinking I maybe do that with a giant dollar bill. Okay. And I could also extend that idea. Not everything in green, obviously. I'm going to emulate US dollars. The real dollars. No, none of that cheap Canadian money that is made of plastic and smells like maple syrup when you scratch it off. That sounds like it belongs in Disneyland. Hydrate? Alright. Let's see, where are my fluids? What about you Europeans? What about you? You think I speak Euro? All I know is that if I'm ever importing Bayonetta merch, it costs an arm and a leg if it comes with a pound or an E in front of it. Makes me want to pound those E's right off of your damn bills. Yes. Well, at least you've accepted your fate, then. Euro supremacy. Try to buy a drum of oil and say that again. Okay, let's see. What else do I have? What else? Where did I lose that damn... Where did I lose that email draft? I could have just saved it in a text file. No, I had to write that all down while I was transferring drives. Of course. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Shut it or I'm gonna get $5... Do not waste your money, goddammit. I'm already behind on streams. In fact, you know what? Get rid of... Let's see. Get rid of that. Bring that back. Okay. We can talk more on emotes later. We still haven't gotten to see what the new items give us. The new crafting materials. Don't be distracted by the twink. I'll bother him later. Now, I already know that there's no new human crafting recipes that you get with the new items, unfortunately. The primary benefit of them, however, is that you can get 2 sets for your Palico. I believe they're treated as full armor sets, all or nothing, and you also get 1 weapon, so... Let's check that out, shall we? It's not a waste, you son of a mother. Exactly, your hubby is more important than Eric. Oh, well, it just so happens that Santiago is actually ashore right now. But I might be biding my time, so you have to wait. There it is, we get 2 new costumes. And you know what this is going to turn us into? A Woodwood. Now, is the, 34 versus... Yeah, I'm never going to use this practically. It's only going to be layered. Hang on. The best weapon name I've seen all game. The Spiky Pokey. And what does the Wacky Woodwood look like? Oh. I do have a color on my layered right now, so that is impacting the body. So my cat could turn into a naked honey badger, basically. How many does it cost each? It takes 2 treasure for each part? Or is that treating it as a full set? Hang on. Yeah, I knew that was coming. But the slowdown did... Huh. Didn't last long. Okay. You've successfully reverse alchemied the steel back into wood. Congratulations. It's a raw weapon, however. For a Palico, I'd rather have statuses, because they're not really big on dealing damage. That said, though, considering I'm still using 2618, it is actually an upgrade in terms of raw damage. Although I could be using weapons that are overall higher raw and they add elemental. Add that to the wish list. Add that to the wish list. Looks like we're going to need at least 2 more runs on that mission. Nothing else unlocked. So we got 2 Woodwood armor sets for the Palico and 1 weapon. That's our priority. We'll check the bowling lane. screen just to see what it is. It's after 8 now, so... I don't know if that would spontaneously update is the thing. I don't usually... Maybe. Maybe. Bowling later. Hunting now. Go get the kitty a new fit, as you insist. Before I do, I just need to check something on the back end. Uh-huh. Okay. No, not there. There we go, okay. Okay, so that should be spitting out to approximately... We are still getting that bleed off of the game running for an extended period of time, even though we've only been going about a half hour. So it does appear that replacing the boot drive is going to solve that problem. We're not going to have any issues like that one time in the Ishard Cliffs where we spontaneously couldn't save the damn game at all, even when it was an automatic save after a quest completion, because it kept filling up our storage. Old man, obviously this goes as you say. Channel is now your property. I don't know, Fuzz, what do you think? You gonna let a German dictate your fashion? You're already rocking that cape. You have a butterfly, a frog. Who is anyone to lecture you? Hopefully. Hang on. Are we lagging out on stream, or is this just an overlay thing? Hang on. The second I say anything is going right, immediately the stream hiccups. Hey, Sora, how you doing? Hey, you only care about the success of this business? It's just a short lag. Okay, so. We're talking business, hey. Well, if we're being enterprising, I think we need to get some more Woodwoods. Or at least their skins. We could also try this as Zoo quest, but I want to get my cat at least one of the Woodwood outfits first, so priorities. Well, Sora, we are just getting our first, well now second attempt at the new event quests. Second run on the Tempered Young Cuckoo for the Woodwoods. And after this, they have a new Zoo quest for, theoretically, ingredient gathering, but I don't see it as that great. Just keep playing your game after 14 hours played in a row yesterday. Yeah, I can't say anything to that. I'm probably going to be putting in the grind on Palworld if I'm not streaming it. Although I will stream it once the Terraria update comes out. They got something big coming for summer. Another day is 12 hours. Oof. Yeah, if I'm going to be putting in time on anything off stream, it's probably going to be Palworld. Because the 25th, when we get a time reveal, but definitely on that date, we get new stuff, new crossovers, you name it. As if the Meowmere wasn't already a good sign. Oh look, the Pyragills want a piece of the action. Never mind. I just got face planted into his ass. Chain ass planted. Last time you played like that in 2 weeks? There's always plenty of room to rack up more mistakes, especially with Lagiacrus on the horizon. We know when the showcase is, we don't know when the update is dropping yet, so we're about to get something. The last time you played like that, your PC power supply broke. Yeah, I've been doing more than my share of troubleshooting on my boot drive recently. It appears to be solved, however. I heard the musical note go off. You denied me my heal for nothing. At least my cat flew a Zeppelin straight into the bird face. Come back over here where I have my goddamn echo set up, you bastard. I guess I should count myself lucky. I've never had a power supply explode on me. Other parts, not so much. I once had a cooling system fail on me so spectacularly that it was on a laptop, not a PC at the time, but I once had a cooling system fail on me so spectacularly that it started to smoke. And it will continue to do so even while hibernating, so I have to assume something inside caught fire. I would say at least it happened at home and not school, but I'd rather have burned my school down than my parents' house. And also, it was college, by the way, not grade school, so I'm not sure if the policy is still in effect, but for certain schools, if the school is burned down or otherwise destroyed during a semester, then everybody is treated as functionally completing that semester. I've even heard some cases of that being... I forget the exact example, but I've even heard some cases of that being treated as a valid grounds for graduation so as to avoid trauma counseling. What the fuck am I doing? It's American education. If there's a clue to be had, it was abandoned a long time ago. You forgot your game just released yesterday, but maybe when you finish your achievement in your current game. What game are you talking about? Thank you, Lala. Right. Oh, right. That was out? I was tempted to very much try Raidou, but I was looking at it on the Switch version. Don't ask why. I was looking at it on the Switch version, and they only do a game key card, so I don't know if there is like a proper physical release of that anywhere. $6.19, yeah, that would have been yesterday. Missed me completely. Stop walking away from me, bird brain. You know, just to keep it sporting, I am not going to re-up my meal. It's going to take me at least 2 minutes for this thing to land. Instead, hang on. Did I not bring Flash? I brought Screamers, I brought Dung, I didn't bring Flash. Well, you're about to pass this one, so do me a solid. Excellent. And there we go. Who needs to bring Flash Pods? Cue every Monster Hunter player prior to World getting pissed. Yeah, I guess the last time I looked at Rydell, I wasn't paying attention to the release date, assuming the last trailer I saw of it had a release date. 6/19. Now, are you playing the console version or PC version? Would you recommend it? Oh yeah, it's a good time to dance. Only one... Only one Woodwood treasure. PC version. Alrighty. And the new daily is available. Currently playing Mountain Blade. Okay, let's give the frames a chance to catch back up. Nope, the Diva is still singing at a single-digit FPS. Ah, tongue twisted. Currently playing Mountain Blade, your 4th playthrough. I got nothing against the game inherently, it's just not for me. Rip screen. Motherfucker. Is it just lagged out, or did the stream crash? Let me check. It's looking like we're not crashed, but it is behind. Still very much behind. Okay. Deja vu the E-Ray Dow quest. At least I'm not being an idiot savant succeeding in the quest versus that right now. Not crashed yet? I wish I could see what you see. Maybe I need a 4th screen so I can actually see what's happening as a viewer compared to what I see from the creator panel. How many screens is too many screens? Do I have to go full on Dark Knight with this? The Lucius Fox PC setup? It feels to me like we need to relog the game. It is that bad. Okay. Lights out, Blondie. Come on, give me an opening here. I want to make sure I get my buff. And fire that doesn't look like it belongs on a SNES. Or I'll be generous. I'll say N64. My guy is way more hyped than I am. Go on, continue your table dancing. Enjoy. Okay, return to title. That's you when you stream. You don't have a second monitor to see chat, so you always got phone screen. Right now, I got 2 monitors and I got my drawing tablet. This is everything I can look at right now. I have the main feed for myself to see what's happening in real time. I have the creator dashboard on Twitch. I have the OBS overlay. I have... I can't add a 4th screen. I'm running out of desk. Your dad has a total of 10 screens. You think I'm fine till then? Well, clearly I'm lacking in dad energy. Okay. I need to refresh the Twitch part of the overlay. Because it's looking like the frames are cooperating on the OBS side of things. But Twitch is staggered? Because it's not just behind. It looks like it's taking a lot of extra steps, too. You guess whatever I did with my OC did not help, or PC? Yeah, let me look at this. Look at it, look at it, look at it. 1.34 versus 1.862. We're looking at a subtraction of 475.9. So that should be about, let's call it 13. Let's call it 1380 for the sake of it. There's always room for more screens. I'm going to have to start adding vertical screens then. Still lagging? Never trust OBS. Truer words, never spoken. Not when it comes to that. I don't know what's happening on the Twitch side of things. Because OBS is not reflecting what I'm seeing in the Twitch overlay. Like, I'm looking at Twitch, it's just like probably 20-30 seconds behind. I usually only have it set up for like a 5-second delay, though, if that. Better now, okay. Let me bring up my control panel. Performance. See, here's the thing. My memory is not maxing out at any stage. I'm looking at this. It's not going higher than 77%. That's still a bit, but I'm running a words. I'm running multiple programs right now in order to record, stream, and all that jazz. It's gonna be close to... I think it's gonna go over 80%. Maybe I keep this open while we're playing and see how much is reflected in that. My Ethernet connection, it's... You would think it's a terrible Wi-Fi connection. That's how bad my Ethernet is. Never mind if I was actually on Wi-Fi. GPU is staying at a decent... Let's call that... I thought it was telling me 77%, 77 degrees Celsius. Okay. 67 degrees. 67%. Disco and Disc 1 are staying below 3% load. Memory is staying stable at 77%. Finally, I can see it in your perspective. Yeah. We had a bit of a CPU spike as I'm refreshing the Twitch overlay in Chrome. But beside that, let me just check one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should not be doing that. I have over 20 seconds of delay right now. For some reason, my internet's worse than yours. It's called America. The internet service provider cartels, specifically, decided, you know what? For the country that theoretically claims the most ownership of the internet via its military, we're not actually going to provide remotely competent service for it. We're going to let the places that get your bog standard, air quotes, internet much later actually outperform the United States. I repeat, it baffles me to no end that rural Romania has better internet than I do. You just F5, but I think it's still delayed. It is. Let me try one more thing. We get another spike. Yeah, just refreshing my Chrome tab with the game playing and OBS recording and streaming, that jumps me up to almost 95% usage. My CPU is being put through the ringer. Okay. The lag is real indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that might be the best I can do in terms of delaying the American internet is supposed to be better. According to who? Certainly not Americans. Like, maybe if you live in California and your office is basically directly on top of one of the major Silicon Valley bros, maybe. As far as the rest of the country is concerned, our choices are shit, crap, and trash. And they all need to be set on fire. How does a random village in Greece have better internet than me? That's the question. And unfortunately, every time I'm tempted to ask it the way I feel it, it somehow turns into me building pipe bombs. So, I probably should not be the one to address the issue with my ISP. One, two, buckle your shoe. To be honest, you're in a village now? Let's just check out the Diva again, see if we get any more frames compared to last time. Although I feel like we might be too late. Your condolences, same here, though. I just got the buff. I just sat down. Oh, hang on. Qualifying Tide. Thank you for absolutely nothing. I'm going to block you immediately. Goodbye. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, fuck off. I'm not sure if I should make the Woodwood with cloth apparel first, or if I should make the nudist. We'll save the nudist for last. And of course, because it's a multi-piece armor set, it doesn't give us the actual preview. You feel personally attacked by the bot? Don't worry, I returned fire. You're safe. 30 seconds left on the meal. That won't do. Before I do that, actually, hang on. I need to check if there's anything worth farming on crowns. But first things first, actually. Now second. There we go. Don't bring the German into this, please. The hills are alive, but I guess it's not your sound of music. I prefer the sills. The hill. The sills are alive with the sound of windows. No, the hills are alive with the sound of machine gun fire or DACA. That's a good version. You've not done this event. Maybe you'll skip it. Well, they're already talking about bringing back Arc Tempered Ray Dow early, so there's no telling what they're going to be bringing back for the summer festival. Maybe you'll skip it. If you're not looking into getting any layered gear for your Woodwood, it's really nothing else. Like, it's not a fancy tempered Yunkaku or anything. It's not a crown. It's just, what was it? Was it 3 or 4 stars? Hang on. Yeah, 4 stars. Ordinarily, they make the monsters for these things average 3 stars. This one's a little bit tougher, but it's not 5 stars or anything. There's nothing else special to the drop table. Like, I guess shiny and sparkly treasure? Maybe? But nothing fancy. It's a hunter symbol 1 type of thing. Maybe if you need to get certain things with the environmental conditions, it is guaranteed downpour, but really, there's nothing fancy to this quest except for the Palico rewards. Let me check this before I go anywhere. Re-clear my inventory. So I have space for extra potions and rations at the start of the quest. Nada, tell me you have something useful for me. Totally whatever I said, you agree? That's a dangerous gamble. Even I don't listen to me. And I know me. I live in the same head as me. I don't really need any monster chili. I'd rather save up some extra coins. Don't need Flower Fern. None of that. Okay. Shiny rocks. I think I'm getting a good idea of where the delay is. So I'm going to give you in chat a chance to catch up with me. And let's pull it up. Do you want to keep going on farming Woodwood treasures from the Yunkaku event? Or do you want to check out this Zoo Woo event? Because it's new, although I don't see anything special about it. It just boosted odds on certain cookie ingredients. Really. It's 3-star, it's non-tempered. Guaranteed Wyvern's Tranquility, I guess? Hang on. Wyvern's Tranquility, nighttime. Do I, though? No. Unless... Hang on. I don't know if it's going to be late enough in the nighttime for this to trigger properly, but Wyvern's Tranquility, nighttime, that's part of the prereqs for getting the Prism Hercudrome. I'm not going to say this is a guarantee. I have to try the quest first, but... maybe. While I'm here, just maybe while we're doing this one, I check to see if I get the final endemic life I need. Does that sound good? You think you're at about 30 seconds or something, the usual? It should not be this bad. I have things set for low latency. You should be 5 seconds or less, but unfortunately... should. It's a very optimistic word. The second? I'll wait a moment longer just to make sure, but I feel like we gotta try the Zoo Woo then, just to see what it's like. Well, nobody's saying anything to the contrary, so I'm going to assume it's okay. Let's try this one out. I didn't eat first. Oh well. It's not like it's going to throw us straight into the fight, so we have a moment. Never mind, you have a minute delay. Jesus. Okay. Let's start about here. Do I know which one is worse than my internet? Wild content. Really? The instant I was going to agree with that, suddenly I lost my connection from the session. It happened again! Oh, why? Why? Okay. Stream crash. Yep, I can see it. Looks like we're back now, though. I think we're actually caught up better. Is that a small crown? Hang on. No. Yes, we are back. Okay. I guess that crash was just what we needed. Nothing fixes something like breaking it harder for a moment. There we go. And less delay, it actually does. Yep. If you see a rainbow beetle, shout it out. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. But it's not like this is the first quest that gives you Wyvern's Tranquility at night. No sign of a prison Hercudrome, unfortunately. Which, you know what? Might as well eat. And while my character gets to enjoy his cabbages, we're going to enjoy hydrating. Everybody ingest your liquids. Am I planning to play Rydell? I need to learn more about it first. It had my attention when I saw the first trailer, but I haven't seen anything since the announcement for the new version. As for what I'm playing right now, probably going to be going back to a bit of Monster Hunter World, since I never finished that playthrough on the PC save. I want to do more Pow World, especially with the summer update coming out in less than a week. And I could stand for a little Bayonetta. We're also talking about art streams. That might have been before you got in here, though. We're talking art streams with the emote designs. Maybe make things a little cooperative in that stage. Kick Fatalis' ass? Listen. I don't know if it's just the rust, but I don't know if I can do Fatalis solo right now. Then again, I was feeling oddly traumatized going into the Tempered Kieran fight in high rank, like uncapping HR 50 in World. That felt so much easier than I actually remember it being. Could just be me, but it might have just been the memory of doing it at the very beginning, early on in the game's life cycle, versus actually doing it now that I know what I'm doing. No tentacles are going to sneak up on me. Not this time. I came prepared. Wild makes us weak. You lose all your great sword skill because of wild focus mode. I cannot imagine, like, the idea of being able to pivot on the spot to redirect your attacks. That feels so antithetical to the animation commitments of old Monster Hunter. It feels great in Wilds, but it's like having all that extra movement tech in Rise and Sunbreak. It's like, is this still Monster Hunter? I have to stop and guess. Because it feels like it's not punishing enough. Angie, you do not want this smoke. Never mind, I thought I was going to hit the Anjanath and stop. I feel like Wild doesn't actually make you consider your movement and your commitments to attacks. Not nearly well enough, at least. Because you can pivot and modify so much throughout. Like, I don't think they just forgot egg quests in this one. I think they deliberately didn't do them. Last time you played World again, you washed. Once you get into the rhythm of it, though, that's the thing. It's like, when I came back to World after playing Rise for a couple hundred hours, I washed to a low-rank Anjanath. And it wasn't like the first one in the story. It was the low-rank Anjanath arena. I carded to the low-rank Anjanath in the arena more than I did that Tempered Kieran I was having PTSD flashbacks over. Not everything can be Electric Unicorn Vietnam, though. I have to learn from re-experiencing it. I don't want to be a Dojin. There we go. Saved from the tennis balls. Non-world, you're going to run around and charge attack, but Wild, just focus mode, free charge 3, also 2 defensive skills like offset and perfect guard. Relative to World, I feel like I don't have enough skills in my armor, that I don't need to focus on it that much. Like, the last time I played World, I went in there with over 1,000 hours of experience, so yeah, I used Bone for most of my low rank. But that has to come to an end, right? You're not supposed to run Bone all the way from the first low-ranked Jagresses all the way to Zoshia, right? I lack skills in general. You're not wrong. But at least in Wilds versus World, I can quantify them based on the number of decorations and pieces of armor. That's gonna hurt. Yep. Fake it till I make it? Might as well be a full-time faker then. Okay, I didn't see anything special out of that Zuwu. I am fake-ass hoe. Well, my personality might be fake, but everything else is natural. No, I'm too close to the tentacles. I can't spawn the drum. Never mind. The ceramics will have to be invisible. JK. I know you're joking. I wish I was. Press X to doubt. How about I press select to get out of the damn menu? Or in this case, it's an Xbox controller. It's two squares slightly overlapping. I don't know what Xbox calls this. I do know that Sony's trying to rebrand the start button as options on PlayStation controllers. I will be long dead, cold and in the ground before I use options. I will sooner call it analog. And if you go back to Child Me on the PS2, I didn't even know what the analog button did aside from turn a light on or off. It's like... I don't want to remember how far back I have to go to actually just push the button randomly to see what happened versus I actually knew what it did. So soon. Probably more recently than I want to admit. I have friends that supposedly started up with the PlayStation 1 as well, but they... somebody got Mandela, is what I'm going to tell you. Friends that tell me they started with the PS1. My first PlayStation was a PlayStation 2. Friends that started with the PS1 told me that the PlayStation always had analog sticks on a controller. Now, I may not have started with the PS1, but I did get all of my PlayStation stuff used, so I did see what was out there, and I saw official Sony PlayStation controllers without analog sticks. So soon, when I was a kid, the dinos were still around. When I was a kid, we were already on how many extinction level events? Like, you thought the Triceratops and the Tyrannosaurus Rex were close together? No. I was there when the Earth still didn't have a moon. Before the asteroid, before life. When all was still molten and hopeless. My ugly mug probably did not cheer up the mood at all. But yeah, PlayStation controllers without analog sticks. I specifically remember seeing official ones that did not have analog sticks when I was first getting my PS2. It was like me, my sister, and my mom. And also, I think my best friend was there when I was a kid too. Because he had a PlayStation, and I played that before I wanted to get one from us. I was like, I want to play Ratchet and Clank. My sister wanted to play... I forgot the name of the racing game. I want to say Revolt, but I know that was a PS1 game. A racing game. I'm not going to remember it. I'm not a big racing guy. That's why I have a Switch 2 with the only Switch 2 game specifically to it being Mario Kart World. The universe has a wicked sense of humor. I'm still not able to consistently place first on goddamn 50cc in Mario Kart World Tour. But I'm working on it. My brain was going somewhere with the analog stick story, but I've already forgotten, so let's keep moving. As you saw before, no unique rewards, just the ingredients for cooking. I'm sure that if you're hard up for materials, there's a reason to do that, but Wild just does not have that exciting an array of event quests right now. Hey, Quinn. Quinn. You still don't have your name back? Did you already use up all of your dialogue from the Akuma event? That's a shame. One more NPC on the pile. Now, he hasn't updated yet. It wouldn't be anything new for the trades. Alright, Moore, I've kept you waiting long enough. Let's go see your husband. He better have commission tickets, by the way. She just doesn't want to talk to me? Well, whether we're chatting or not, you gotta have a name, right? You don't even get that popping up? You're not even NPC at that point. You're just set dressing. So yeah, you heard me saying all that about you, right, Quinn? I'm sorry, I'm using your husband as a screen door for the moment. You're too lazy to hunt monsters while farming crowns all your time, checking and resetting. If I don't crown farm, I'm almost out of stuff to do. It's like, other than crown farming, I can grind arena times, I can grind titles, I only need one more endemic life. What else is there? HR 999? That's already the correct request. Another one with no damn commission tickets. At least it's bearable vouchers. Okay. At least I apologized. Don't get used to it. No commission vouchers, no gold eggs, just... I don't need any more of that. I'll take some more of that. I'll take some more of that. Give me a few of those, and yeah, sure. Or watching someone cart for your entertainment. Well, I haven't qualified tonight. Yet. Wow, there's nothing on the map right now. I can check that Young Kaku, the Lala, and 2 Lalas, actually. And the Rathian. Okay. I guess we'll check them out. Sometimes check the pack of Doshiguma. There wasn't a pack of them that I saw. It was just one alpha that was roaming around. And the last time I checked a pack of Doshiguma, by the way, 2 gold crowns and a silver crown. Small ones always follow the alpha. I can't make a quest out of that, though. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, it was just the one tempered alpha. The last pack I checked out actually had a large gold crown of the non-alpha Doshiguma following the alpha. And a silver crown. Basically everything except a small crown. Yeah, but I can hunt it? Okay. As long as Alma doesn't stare disapprovingly at me. Then again, that is her primary function. Both of the Lalas are in one place. I'll go there next. So after this, it would just be the Rathian and the Yungaku. Oh. Don't need that. Don't need that. Made surprising headway on my crowns last time. In no small part thanks to you. I think of the 4 crowns I got last time, 2 of them were hunting with Sora, so... Land, damn you! Anything good here? I can check the Ajarikon, the Rathian, and I guess the Rumpopolos. So, yeah. Alright. Cannot get the Logiacris update soon enough. But there's no actual telling because the showcase is on the 26th. But we don't know the release date for the title update yet. Binoculars, now. Thank you. One last check. And zilch. Okay. You're working to cosplay Anakin Mountain Blade now? I didn't know there were that many younglings in Mountain Blade. Good luck with your... infanticide? No, infanticide's too young. Pedocide? Still sounds too incendiary. You know what? Maybe Anakin deserved the immolation with that on the table. For what's there, I guess I can check the gore. It's not likely to be a small crown. It's 8-5. But I'll check. Long live the Empire. Do you have a marching song for your troopers? One of my favorite things I've been seeing about covers of the Imperial March in the last probably like 5 years or so is that they use the actual marching of stormtroopers as the drum line. That just feels right. Ah, bird, why? Nothing there. Okay. Bird. Silver crown. I need a small crown for my gore. I guess I can check the hero bombing. I already have a large crown for it. I need a small crown. Tempered 5-star, not likely. Silver crown, good for nothing. I still need a small crown for Zulu and for Guardian Fulgur, if I'm not mistaken. Might as well check. I already have both crowns for Guardian Ebony Odo. Zilch. And the Fulgur just despawned. Tempered 3-star, that could give me a small crown. Let's see. Oh. Nothing. Back to the hub, then. I'm not going to take the time to go fishing through random rests to see if I can get a better crown, so... We get what we get. And first thing I'm getting is rations. Still got 14 minutes on a meal. That's plenty of time for another monster. Maybe there's some random interesting SOSs worth looking at. It's a tempered 4-star. It's a multi-monster hunt. I guess that is slightly increased odds that it's a small crown. I already have my large crown right now. But considering it's splitting its health with a non-tempered Chetacabra, that should be done quick. And I do need Ray Douse for the weekly bounty, so might as well check this out. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Okay, bird, bring me to the wind chime. Hydrate. Will do. But first, there's a golden railgun Rathian, and I need to find a way to use that charge. At least before a young Kaku rails her. Jump, damn you. Ride that cow. I don't hear the mooing, but I've been told other people hear it. Although I've also heard more mooing in terms of Arkveld compared to Raydao, so... some people have some very suspicious ideas of what a cow sounds like. What do I mean? A cow clearly goes meow? Exactly. Why would a chime sound like a milk machine? Where the fuck are your camps? You have a third one out in the south? Oh, I'm sorry. A cow clearly goes meow, not clearly. You know what? That's the translation error. Was he just a triangle? Well, whatever he is now, he's all tied up. Hey, does this remind you of the Arc-Tempered Raydao fight at all? I'm not taking lethal damage, but I am playing at what feels like 8 FPS. Right down to the chain staggers. And he's good. This one was specifically made for me. Very crisp. Oh, and look, the Chatacabra we're supposed to be hunting came to us. It's ready to die in a hurry. That's sad. But he's also a tutorial monster, so you know what? He had it coming to him. It lasted longer than I thought, truthfully. Okay, Mr. Toad, you can get off the wild ride now. And there we go. Flipping through a book that never spawned, it looks like I'm just picking up my cuticles. Free Bolt Gem, though, which I already have more than I could ever need because of the farming for the Arc-Tempered version. Yeah, nothing fancy. Dizzy Pro, though, I'll take that. See, I can be more than a heal slut. I don't know if I want to be, but I can. Gay. No, you know what? South African country. Approximately central in terms of verticality, a bit further east in terms of horizontality. You know what that country is? Uruguay. Or in the words of Homer Simpson, you are gay. I still need more Windward Plains and more Raydows. Damn. I took the long way around to just saying no you. Bonk away. I gotta have my own custom bonk at some point, too. Although I feel like instead of a bat, I would want to use a Kanabo. Or maybe just a bow. A bow staff. But saying bow staff is like saying chai tea or naan bread. I try not to do it, but it's not my native language. I can't catch myself every time. True, but shut the fuck up. Make me. I need a bonk. I do. And I'm not going to wait to start practicing on the animated versions. I will have a bonk for my... Where's my list? I'm not sure if I want to do a Kanabo or a baseball bat with spikes in it. Maybe nails. Do I want to go Negan or do I want to go Samurai Jack Season 5? Actually, saying chai tea is okay because chai is a specific type of tea. Not if you say that in front of somebody who. I'm not going to say all native Hindi speakers, but from my experience, native Hindi speakers will try to have your ass over it. I can't even tell which one of them, between the Indians and the British, is more annoying about tea. And half my family's from the goddamn South. They will talk your ear off about cold, sweet tea. Nah. I need to do Bonk as a Redeem, though. I need to figure out how I'm going to work on that animation if I'm going to do that. Because probably my favorite Bonk, saying this completely without bias or presupposition, is the one that my Oshi uses, Silverveil. The way her Bonk interacts with, especially her goddess model, but in general, the way it causes a deformation of her entire head object. Something like that is what I would ideally want. But I don't know if I can do that without breaking something else. They can kiss your ass, you're Turkish, chai tea is fine because it's a specific way of brewing and leaves. Okay. If you want to go for the hot leaf juice argument, I'm not going to stop you. But I do appreciate the defense. Speaking as an Italian with a Japanese avatar, both of my sides are trying to lay claim to noodles. Why are we fighting over all the foodstuffs? Can't we just be happy in the kitchen? It's easy with the redeems, I just don't have the space on your PC. Huh. So that's something you would have to have locally in terms of the animation, or... Well, yes, I guess it would have to be in VTube Studio. I don't know how intensive that is in terms of, like, the processing power versus the actual just storage space. No kitchen is a war zone. I'm not an English chef cooking French food. I don't have to yell about everything. I just need test subjects. I need guests to volunteer to test my food because I can't taste or smell it. This is why I am so religious about expiration dates, by the way, because I need some kind of metric to go off of. I like cooking. I don't do anything that fancy for me, though, and I can't cook for anybody else because they don't trust somebody who can't taste or smell to do their cooking. I get it. I understand. But I kind of wish I could do more. You set up a scene in VTube Studio and get a third-party app that responds easy, but you can't get the app. You're willing to taste the food? You have been warned, and I will reiterate said warning. I season heavily. I am probably at least 30% of every dish is spice, hot sauce. Even just hot flakes, you name it. Professional food judge here. Well, I'll confess, I'm a bit of a texture snob, but I have to be. All I get out of food now is texture, temperature, moisture. Taste, gone. I still get the pain reflex off of spice, but it has to be intense. So I season heavily to feel something, anything. You're Turkish, you eat spicy all the time and salty. I usually don't go that heavy on salt. The only salt I add is the sodium that's in the hot sauces. I'm not scaring you. Well then, color me excited. Oh, I'm sure I can find something else to get you all hot and bothered, but as far as my dishes are concerned, open your mouth, we'll see what happens. How about that? Hang on, wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait. That's wrong. Is part of this not rendering properly? Like, I know when I had the rigger set things up, he took off a few of these symbols for the menacing, but I thought I had more. I'll have to go back to an old VOD, check that out. Or, hang on, maybe it's... No, it's not that. Interesting. Just check your wild hour on Steam, it's 550. Wow. I wish I had those hours, but I also wish I could have gotten those crowns without putting in those hours, so... Hang on. What is this emote called? 910 flustered. That one's also specifically for me. I'm flattered, but clearly not as flattered as you. Okay, Ethernet is looking better, so I don't know what was causing the issue with the lag spike earlier, but it is maintaining an overall higher level. I should probably be looking into this more once I'm actually in a match, however, or a quest, whatever. Maybe I'll do that next. Don't need that. I have the latest episode of The Amazing Digital Circus open in another tab, which means I should probably be closing some of these tabs I don't need. Try to buy myself a crumb of optimization. Just an ounce of performance improvement. Anything. Yeah, you go away. You go away too. Okay. That'll do. So while we're thinking of emotes, is there anything else anybody wants to throw out there? Most of your emotes are dedicated to me because you need them to communicate here. I am equal parts tremendously apologetic and amused. I do try to pay attention to the chat, mind you. It's just, once my blinders are on, I got a task to do. And also, I think 90% of whatever's happening when you say something's gone awry in chat is the stream being delayed, lagged out, otherwise incapacitated, and I need to fix that. Maybe I could do something dedicated to paranoia. 20 fucking emotes. There is no way you did 20 emotes dedicated to my ugly mug. Not one way. I'm gonna scroll up. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't scroll up any further than that. Alright, fine, 15. Most are still pending for approval. You know what? That's fair then. You got at least 6 between your own and whatever you're getting from other streams you subscribe to, so I'll give you that one. Also, I just noticed I have the quest counter lady's face clean in the middle of one of my Gormagal weapons rings. So where did you get your keychain? Mild decapitation. Unfortunately, it was a quest giver, so now I have to do all my own bounties personally. You see? Look at what I'm pointing at. Do you think they would send knights at me for going accidentally after a quest giver instead of just, poaching? No, surely not. We actually get knight gear in this game. If it was... How was it? The pre-order bundle? The deluxe edition bundle? You can get knight gear is what I'm telling you. Right. So. What other emotes jump out at you that we are clearly lacking? Because I'm thinking I also need the... You know the one. You know exactly which hand gesture I'm talking about here. You know the one. Something cute. Something cute. We're up to 7 so far. We got room for that plus 2 more ideas. Let's... hang on. Robot. Listen, AI, I speak to you as a fellow semi-human entity that a lot of people rightfully hate. Fuck off. Yes, block them. Destroy them. Delete them. Annihilate the fool. Hey, you talking here? Actually, hang on. You know what? Dr. Nefarious from Ratchet and Clank. I especially love his depiction in Up Your Arsenal, but he has had a lot of appearances throughout the entire words. Ah. He has had a lot of appearances throughout the entire franchise. What was another good one? I think it was Tools of Destruction. I think that was part of the Future series. Is that my model theme? No. Where? Where's VTube Studio in this mess? Open wide. Right up front. There we go. In case the stripes off... Oh, the list, you mean? I mean, it's got the CMYK in terms of the printer elements, the Egyptian, which you can see off of my Nemes hoodie, the jackal ears. Also, I've got these Egyptian glyphs on my bracers, the impetum on the left, the feather on the right, the idea of measuring the feather versus the heart being Anubis's whole procedure for the death. Oh, I missed the onks, hang on. The onks on my zippers. You have the inverted papyrus symbol on my buttons up here at the top, which it's not really inverted, it's just upside down. So, Paper in Distress, aka Paper Jam. Not a great Paper Mario game. I have the Oriri on my dog tag up here. Yes, the chain is falling apart, I'm aware. You can even see on my collar here, I have the eyes of... It alternates between Osiris and Ra. I also have the lotus symbol on my boots as opposed to the papyrus symbol on my chest. Although I didn't integrate the lotus symbols into the wolf head, so it's like mixing Anubis with another symbol of Egyptian rebirth, so the wolf being death, the... or jackal if you want to be hyper-specific. That being death and the lotus being rebirth, so that's all the necrotic elements. I have these hooks here. These are also a classical element depicted with Anubis. But Thanatos gotta be your number one death god, though? He did give us a reason for multiple God of War games. Imagine if Thanatos didn't actually kill Kratos' brother. And... is there anything else that really stands out as specifically Egyptian in my design? Not particularly. Like, okay, here's the thing. I wanted to have the Millennium Eye in my design, but I didn't want to get sued by Konami. So instead of having the Millennium Eye straight up ripped from Yu-Gi-Oh!, I did this knee pad. Wait, that's what the lotus means? Yes, this particular depiction of the lotus in Egyptian glyphs, it was extrapolated to mean it was a symbol of rebirth or renewal. So these jowls I added alongside it, as well as these protrusions that look like my ears, therefore the wolf ears as well, those are kind of messing it up. But as far as the lotus symbol itself is concerned here, if you would remove these colors and just maintain the strict outlines, remove the jowls from the wolf, remove the ears, that is a classical Egyptian depiction of rebirth. I have too much detail, you even scrapped the last fit. Why are you doing more fan art of me? Why? I still haven't finished one piece of art for you, and you're talking about doing multiple for me? Know your worth. Give yourself the visual treasure that you deserve. These positive affirmations do not come easily to me. And I know that you can bully me with nice words, but that knife cuts both ways. Dignify yourself. Respect yourself. And for the love of God, do not waste your talent on my ugly mug. There's more coming, but you're too lazy to draw my clothes. You know what? Fair. One of the things I gotta keep testing with Krita right now for my chibi version is just straight up adding more layers. I haven't finished the arms. I finished the torso. I just have to mirror the legs. But I haven't finished the arms yet because I kept having the program randomly crit out on me. I wasn't even working on the arms after a point. It's like, okay, clearly something's not going right here. I'm going to work on the eyes instead. That causes Krita to crash too. But ideally, the replacement on my drive will address these memory leaks. It's not a full-time solution. But until I can get more RAM, at which point I'm going to have to run other compatibility checks, but it was cheaper to get more memory right now. Storage, mind you. It was cheaper to get more storage to solve both my storage issues and address the memory issues than just straight up go for the memory issues. I needed both. I could only afford one. That's a problem. It is. My canvas sizes are too big. That's the problem. I had this issue even when I was on a 4K by 4K canvas. Okay, never mind the 14 by 21K. Even on a 4K by 4K canvas, which is what I'm going to be designing my emotes on because, for some godforsaken reason, Twitch only has automated emote scaling built into 2 resolutions. Let me see here. I believe it is 256 by 256 or 4096 by 4096. You need to effectively go up by 15 times just in the perimeter, never mind the overall volume, if you're using scaling for your emotes. And I don't want to think about doing this twice, so I'm doing all of my emotes on the same 4096 canvas by 4096. It's called future-proofing. And giving myself a migraine. That's why you use Procreate. I still like Krita very much. And now I'm used to it, so I can't go back. Is that taking up too much space? Okay, I'm not going to accidentally fall off the screen now. Okay. Am I insane? Am I insane? Have you been paying attention? Because if you have to ask, I don't think you have been. Or maybe I am being more subtle than I realize, in which case that's a dangerous combination for all of us. You remember your Krita day? It was like 12 making fan art of Jeff the Killer. Too close? That's as close as I can get. That's the closest my rigger let me go. Obviously, I made it at a high enough resolution. I should be able to go faster, but this is how my rigger made things, so. If you have any complaints, please address them in the formal designation of rigger, please. But if you're deathly tired of that one, let me just throw myself back into a corner with a little rigor mortis. Am I cutting off? There we go. Okay. Bring back Monster Hunter. Put away that notepad again. Just going to relog the game 5 feet apart because you're not gay. You totally am. Are. Let's relog it just to be safe. I don't know why you're trying to social distance. COVID's no longer a popular cause for any events. I was hoping you would get woodwind noises. But I'm still happy to have my Palico playing dress up. Safety first. Oh, hang on. What was that? Go back. Rewind. We'd love to hear your feedback. Fill out a contact form anytime to let us know your thoughts and suggestions about our updates. Like how the last one still hasn't been addressed that causes shader caching issues. NVIDIA already put out new drivers, by the way. I still haven't updated my card. But if you want to hear my feedback, I'll give you a couple words. I will not guarantee any of them are polite. No? Please? Okay. Well, I'll save my survey filling for offline time. How about that? For now, let's see if we can get any more Raydows. I like a combination because I don't actually need Raydow for anything other than little art. I already have the large crown. I need a small crown. Also hydrate. Fine. Fine. Don't start yapping. Just hydrate. Fine. Goblets to the sky. Tankards. Whatever you got. I would say wine glasses, but more has a monopoly on the wine at the moment. Again? Good job. I'm able to function like an adult. I just pass. There's no way it's legitimate. I'm just barely passing by. Like, the only way I was passing as a parent in Loki's chat earlier was the dad jokes. The wine belongs to you, only the red one, though. And the Greek ones, preferably. I know precisely fuck and all about wine, so I'll defer to you on that. I don't drink, so unless I'm using it as an ingredient, then really, it's going to be mostly burnt away in anything I do. What the fuck? Was the entire sky magenta for a hot second, or did I hallucinate that? You know, whichever it was, you're going to tell me I hallucinated it, so... Wait, they're actually going for the Chatacabra first? I guess if you want to be quick, sure. I understand. I don't agree, but I get it. You still can't comprehend that my drink palette is so boring. I can't drink certain things. What are you saying? I'm missing fruit juices or something? I don't like fruit, generally speaking. I like vegetables. Maybe I could have a virgin Bloody Mary. What's that? Tomato juice. Congratulations. It's cold soup. Everything just became gazpacho. Which would be fitting as the Italian, but I digress. Drinking is for sustenance, not for entertainment. But I can have cool drinks? Well, I'd be lying if I said I don't enjoy soda. I still like the carbonation. The bubbles feel nice. But what about boba? I don't like the pearls. You think I want to put obstacles in my drink? Or aloe vera drinks? I don't know what that is. The only thing I use aloe vera for is if I get sunburned. Actually, you know what? Now I'm thinking of that gazpacho line from Justice League Unlimited, where it's a parallel universe version of Lois Lane and Superman. I figure I could maybe find a way to use that. But I'm mixing the emote talk along with the hunt, so maybe I should focus. Aloe vera drinks for real, they're amazing. It's all Greek to me. And not your kind of Greek either, I just mean unknown. Which I guess for my own sake, I should probably find a better label for that one. I still have 5 minutes. That's plenty of time to take Raidao down. Okay, clearly those aloe vera drinks are too strong for you, because you just called me young one. Yeah, because I'm not experienced. I got enough XP to take down this golden dragon. And to heal up my team after. I see only one of them is getting Frenzy procs, so they're not going too crazy with the Gormagala gear or Corruption Mantle. So I must be young and naive. Hold up, what energy drinks, though? Not anymore. I gave up caffeine years ago. In a moment of staggering brilliance, mind you. As I'm losing frames to this Raidao again. Ow. Yeah, that's too late for everything. Energy drinks. I gave up caffeine. I want to say that was 2016. Goddamn, did the stream break? I can't tell. The Twitch overlay is fucked at the moment. My frames are dead again. God damn it. Wait, now's the time. I need to look this up now. Give me this window. My memory is still under 80%. It's not overloaded. It's actually not the RAM. So what is it? CPU is holding mid-80s. 84, 83, 86, 89, 92, 91. I thought this might have been a RAM issue. It could actually be a CPU bottleneck. Hang on. Down to 74, you motherfucker. As soon as I say it. Back up to 94, 87. Memory is holding under 80%. It's not even... It's barely touching 79, never mind going over 80. Ethernet is all over the place, so... I'm not even on Wi-Fi, just my internet is garbage. Even my audio's cutting out? Fuck me. Why are you trying to shock trap it? It's an electric monster. Once we get out of this hunt, I'll have to double check to see... You think it's worse on Twitch? Jesus. Okay. CPU is still... Okay, now that Ray Dow is off screen, we're staying under 80. We're getting a little bit of a jump anytime it goes to, like, the lightning strikes. That seems like it's bumping the CPU usage to between 85 and 88%. Fuck. I'm gonna have to check the VOD afterwards to see if this is actually being impacted in the local recording, or if it's purely a streaming issue. There we go. The secret ingredient was getting him stuck in front of all my step bros. And the control panel is still not looking good. Okay, it was a different quest. There was no bolt gem on there, but still. 2 tempered Ray Dows with a Chatacabra, not even high level. Never mind tempered. A 105 buffs and heals. That sounds about right. Capcom logic. Ugh. The most amazing stop motion you've ever seen. You ain't seen nothing yet. Let's see if the Twitch overlay comes back on us. No, Twitch overlay is significantly behind. I'm going to say that's at least 45 seconds. Oh yeah, just go Fire Element versus a Fire Monster like Fatalis, because he's weak to it. You know, it's like Pokemon. Dragon is clearly super effective against Dragon. There is nothing that could go wrong with that line of thinking, surely. Hopefully just a streaming issue, god damn it. I'm going to go back to the main menu then, just to see if that catches up. Let's see. No, it looks like Twitch is still significantly behind. Huh. Step bro, no? Okay, you're over a minute behind then. Never mind. The frames are slowly coming back. Okay. I'm going to look something up while that's happening. Okay. Let's see if I can't bring that up. Okay. Give me the category. Show me live. Show me live. Okay, is it okay like things are stable again? Because I'm holding on the title screen right now. I'm trying to give it a chance to stabilize and catch up. It looks like we're still behind. Okay. We're already past the 10-second margin. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. This is much more latency than it's supposed to have, so if I can verify the VOD afterwards, it looks like this might end up being a CPU bottleneck, at which point I don't know I have a good replacement for an AMD CPU with my current motherboard. Long distance on a different level. Yeah, baby. Man at a time. I come to you from the distant future of approximately, let's call that 75 seconds of delay. Jesus. I'm keeping an eye on the timer, trying to get an idea for how bad that delay is. So it was 9:50:49 as I started looking at what I think I need to see. Slowly but surely, the frames are coming back. It's not going to be rebalanced until we get another crash, and then we'll theoretically see it coming, so... It's a bizarre issue. Even if it was a CPU issue, eventually we would be able to just refresh and catch back up. So this might be happening OBS side. Okay, so it's looking like we are approximately 40 seconds behind now. So better, still not great. We'll see if we can get back in here with no problem. Let me check the control panel now. The hub is not as heavy on the memory as the Windward Plains. Back to the Future IRL. Let's do the time warp again. It wasn't even that my voice cracked there, it was that my throat refused to move with the notes I was trying to use. Damn. Listen, even with the Wilds update coming soon, I think I might have to play less CPU or RAM intensive games just until I can make sure I have the issue understood, never mind fixed. Which is unfortunate. But at the same point, it means we can go back to Power World. And Power World's going to have an update too. We can be current events, just not on Monster Hunter for a bit. The frames are back now, but the delay is still huge. That's unfortunate. Nothing terribly interesting jumping out at me. I just need one more Raidou on the Windward Plains, and that should knock out my bounties. Not news, bounties. Yeah, one more Raidou, and if I do it on the Windward Plains, perfect. As opposed to all the other locations where Raidou can theoretically spawn. Right. Fine. 10 out of 10 Singer Golden Buzzer Core. Truly, I have a voice made for statues. The audiophile range of pantomime. I'm not even seeing Raidous right now. There's one. We can knock that out quick, sure. It's looking like the 40-second delay is still holding, unfortunately. One of my people is in here. I need to find PC. And all the frames went into the lettuce. Are they already back at its nest? Damn. They're doing good work. Bring me the fellow hunting horn player. Don't be so hard on myself. It is the only way I know how to be. I have other talents. Like what? Like speaking, I speak words sometimes. They might even be remotely intelligible. Not intelligent, just intelligible. You can tell they used to be English at some stage. This Raidou feels like a crown. I already have a large gold crown, but it feels large. Seriously? a free gem off the tail, and I just showed up. The lettuce is corrupting. Yeah. The vegetables betrayed me, goddammit. I gave up bananas for this. Wait. Fella, you're running late. Oh, there you go. Good teleportation, buddy. I never even had to fire off the pods. Okay. Boulder's already down. I guess they used it earlier. I have to add that hunting horn player, even if we didn't get to spend so much time together. God, I'm so predictable. You typed that stuff about a minute ago and it's still... Yeah. You can see the future? No, you can predict. That's like, you can see the past? Yes, I can remember. So this guy was bringing multiple hunting horns to the party, too. Nice. Friend request. I have to friend request every hunting horn player. It's the rule. Until I run out of spaces. At which point I'm going to delete anybody that doesn't have a hunting horn that is still on my friends list for some reason, so. Sorry, you might get bumped accidentally. I'm not planning on it, but a man's gotta have a code, you know? Yes, I gave up bananas. Yeah. This should polish off most of my weekly bounties. I just need to do the one arena Rathian, and then I'll be done. That's all I need, yeah. I don't know if I want to do that on stream right now with all the frame loss. Because it's already tight. I'm trying to get an A rank on that Rathian with the hammer build. Hammer's not really cooperating. I'm not a hammer main. I play hunting horn. I need more para, yeah. Give me some nullberries, too. Bet you didn't see me giving up bananas, huh? Where's all your predictable text now? At least I can remember things? Is that a joke? Nothing good in the trades. Damn. Also, can I just point out, I already have 7 Great Hornflies. I have not selected a trade for any of these. Like, I got all of these just incidentally via gathering by the NPCs after I spent so much... I farmed over 140 Wallabarinas. And now I have this many Great Hornflies after farming the event quest to get them with slightly boosted odds. You hate that arena? You don't have any weapons you can play in the Rathian quest? Let me think. What are the options there? Okay, Ricky, try not to roll past the arena right now. You could have Sword and Shield or Hammer. Honestly, I know a little bit of Sword and Shield. I know more for Hammer. I could go either Charge Blade or Swax, or I could go between 2 Gun Lances. Not even Lance versus Gun Lance, just 2 Gun Lances. Why? And Gunlance is one of those weapons that I wanted to start playing in like 2018. But naturally, in 2018, I was playing Monster Hunter World. And you know what was not remotely easy to get in 2018 in World? A shield deco. To this day, in Monster Hunter World, I have never seen a shield decoration drop. What people tell me it's like getting attack decos was me trying to get shield decorations. And there was never a quest that guaranteed you a shield deco, by the way. Like, you get a free attack deco at the end of low rank going into high rank. You get a free attack deco at the end of the Witcher event quest if you 100% it. But shield decos? I never got a shield deco right up until they introduced the ability to craft it in the Fatalis update. Ass end of 2020. Almost 3 years of playing World before I got a shield deco. And by that point, I was too set in my ways. It's like, okay, maybe I'll alternate between dual blade or heavy bowgun or any number of things, but not Gunlance, because I'd spent the last 3 years not playing Gunlance. Never mind Lance. I was playing heavy bowgun suboptimally, depending on if I was planning on tanking anything. So naturally, my bitterness has completely subsided, and I'm able to be mature about the situation. I lied as naturally as I breathed. I also breathed terribly. Oh. Honesty hurts. I need one of my emotional support animals. Where's the bird? Not riding bird, I need big bird. Is there a coin down there? Oh, hang on. There is. Goody. This is the only place I find money on the streets anymore. Not in real life. I can't wait to lose access to my optimization tool again, because that means for the brief window I'm preparing for a new title update, this fellow will have eyes again. Unfortunate. Actually, hang on. You know what? I'll walk out of the city. Because I need to go to Suja right now. I need an emotional support animal. And one isn't enough. If KFC is not sufficient, I need to go for the emotional support bacon. I'll hydrate in a moment. Poogie. Poogie. Love me. Be gone, human female. Not even human female, Wyverian. Okay, better than human, I'll give you that one. But you're not Poogie. Poogie's the best. Also tall women for all who worship. I can barely headbutt her belly button. You miss your husband? Well, let's see. I think his ship already departed. Just for you. Don't say I never give you anything. There you are, Santiago. Your simp had a message for you. Do you want to type it out? Go on. Shower him with praise. I got time. I'll wait for chat to catch up. I'm losing frames just by throwing around goddamn Sakura Blossoms. Uh... You're joining in on the dancing now, I see. Good. And now to empty the bushel right in front of him. So yeah, Moore might have hired you an exotic dancer. I'm not taking my clothes off, though. You want to get through these belts, you're going to do it yourself. I'm more strapped in than a Final Fantasy character. This armor should have been called Nomura. And there we go. He is hovering ever so delicately. Well, you can even see the gap behind him. From behind. From below. Maybe it would help if I was wearing some brighter colors. I kind of blend in. But yeah, as you can see, this guy's never going to burn a paper toilet seat cover in his life. He's just going to hover. He's also got those Targaryen eyebrows, as opposed to his blonde hair. Which is an interesting combo. I'm not seducing your husband. I'm delivering your message. And the stream crashed. Fuck. Hopefully that means the frames catch up. I think I crashed again too. Funny how that works. Okay, I'm seeing the video back. Let me check something real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are back to having less than 5 seconds of latency. We got our frames back. All it took was me posing as a stripper for Moore's husband. So if you missed any elements of that completely non-scandalous escapade, by the way, then you might have to cross-reference the VOD after the fact, assuming the original recording is less fucked than the live stream. We'll see. It's not looking like it from my overlay, though. Oh yeah, we're back to significant delay in the overlay. That's not good. Hello again. It looks like we might not have the problem as solved as we were hoping for. It feels like my frames are back. But I cannot see that from your end. Let me just refresh the overlay. Wilds be hating me for real? Hydrate? Okay. It's looking like about 10 seconds of delay now. I'm gonna ballpark that at 10. Okay. Before I hit search on the event quests, drink. Where's my water bottle? Ah. Yeah, apparently whenever we get that significant a delay, the only solution is to crash the stream. There's got to be a more elegant solution, but I'll be damned, I can't even figure out what's causing it, never mind how to fix it, so... Let's file that one under work in progress, shall we? Alrighty. I figure we might have to punch out soon, so let's end where we started, with the Yonkaku event quest. I need to get more of these damn treasures to make my cat more armor. Don't bother, the crashing makes it unique. My model is scuff enough without the stream itself falling victim to this nonsense. An experience only available at my streams. I guess the VOD experience is quite different. It might actually look like I know what I'm doing. What a crock that would be, huh? Don't worry, Goon Knight, I'm coming! I don't want to end right away. Whatever. I think once I get both of the full Woodwood costumes for my Palico, then we end. So for your sake, I hope we get bad drops. For my sake, I would like to get 3 treasures, please. But I feel like that's not likely. Of course Goon Knight has an Aerith. Why am I not surprised? And Yonkaku decided to stop moving. Connections lost. Yep. Okay. Why am I not surprised? Turn around, damn you. What the fuck is the delay on that? Instantly lost the multiplayer on that one, so hopefully they didn't make the health bloat on it to compensate. It's not like they're spawning any helper hunters, so we'll see. Time to get stoned, Bird Brain. Let's see your rubber chicken bounce back from that. How did that still hit me? I was spamming dodge. Seriously, what is the timing on that? I feel like it's hitting me after I'm already out of the way. Dodge this, you filthy casual. The Sawnose is wanting on the action now? Really? Okay, the health did stay low even after the multiplayer left, so... I thought it was going a different route. It never goes a different route. I don't know why I thought it was going a different route. The autopilot not working properly? No, that was me trying to steer. Clearly nothing good comes of that. Come on, about face. Stop mugging it. I'm going to kill it. We can just loot it afterwards. There we go. See? All according to Keikaku. I appreciate you trying to elevate my spirits, but talking about natural traps, that's not what I need right now. It's like your mouth is the size of an entire Pelipper. And I only got one drop, so I need at least one more run to finish off my Woodwood set. At least. Because I'm probably going to want one extra too just to stay organized. Don't act so happy that we're still going. Got 20 minutes left on that meal buff. Nice shaking there. You keep shaking, I'll keep baking. You're not acting. You are happy then. Okay. This one should be quick. Already 3 people in there, 3 minutes deep. Yeah. Ah. Okay, that's the way it's supposed to pop. Okay. Any day now it'll finish loading. Keep in mind, I'm on an NVMe SSD. Never mind. That's not loading time, that's just the online for the game being slightly ass. Stop breaking myself, I'm not a glow stick. There is energy being released in there. The Matrix said so. Load the damn quest before they finish without me, damn it. Interesting. I'm twiddling my right analog stick right now on my Xbox controller right now. It's also very magnetic. So it actually isn't attached in a hard way. It just clicks in and the magnets hold it. So what happened in a previous... I don't think I was streaming at the time. Previous time I was playing Monster Hunter was I was fiddling with the analog stick. I was attaching and detaching it magnetically. And partway through, I got another lag spike, and I just flinched. Dropped my analog stick, and it's like, how am I supposed to keep playing without an analog stick on the right? Am I just not allowed to look around? And that's how I had to play it. Until, after I finished that, I saved my game, I quit out to the PC desktop, and then it's like, what else can I do? So, naturally, I tear this entire recording space apart. I move my chair. I go through all the damn wires. I tear everything up and splay it out, throw it around. Only to find out a half hour later that when my analog stick fell, it only fell about, I don't know, like 15 centimeters from where I was sitting, because there is a drawer in the front of my desk, and it has a metal handle. So naturally, the magnetic analog stick stuck to my metal drawer. It's not like the full drawer is metal, just the handle. So I don't even want to think about how long trying to figure out how I lost the analog stick and where it ended up. Only for it to literally be in front of me if I just sat down again. And yeah. Connections fried. Again. Hang on. I can try and catch things up since we lost the session with the goddamn multiplayer again. I think the game's telling me this should be the last hunt of the night, if I'm honest. Okay, I refreshed the Twitch overlay. It's looking like we're caught up. But now there's another pinwheel, you son of a whore. Give me something I can work with, damn you. Nope, that is still wrong. I'm crashing. What the fuck is this T-posing nonsense? I hope you can see this. I sincerely hope you can see this. If not on stream, it better be in the fucking VOD. Oh, it's spawning the other support hunters while I'm in a pause screen. So it just brought out Alessa and she's A-posing. Oh, criminy. Are we back? I think we're back. Hang on. Refresh one more time. Once more, 1 second. There we go. Okay, I believe we're caught back up again. I don't want to unpause right now because we accidentally... We caught one of the support hunters spawning in, and she's just A-posing. Look at Alessa right next to me on my goddamn sacred. And there's Rosso, too. Why is it spawning support hunters during a pause? Yes, it started as a multiplayer session, so I shouldn't be able to pause, but then my connection died again. This is a thing of beauty, capturing the natural A poses in a pause screen of all things. You know, you're right. Oh, hang on. No, I'm not actually tabbed into the game. I just opened a developer. There we go. Okay. I need that one for the record. Double A pose all the way. You got your rainbows? I got these two chucklefucks. Alright. Let's get on with it. It didn't keep moving the young cuckoo that was flying away. It just spawned in the goddamn hunters. Rosso, Alessa. It didn't actually spawn them in A-posing in their natural spawn locations. It just spawned them on top of me. You were just about to send it to me. Still send it anyway. Whatever you want. Okay, so Olivia's already here. Everybody's already here. Never mind. Don't set off the flash fly early. If it annoys us by trying to fly away again, that's our tool. And she's down. You brought out a Rocksteady mantle for a young cuckoo? That's quick? That's what happens when most of the fight happens between lag spikes. And would you look at that, I got my perfect double Woodwood treasure. So I used 2 of these for a crafting recipe, and then I have 1 for posterity. Maybe we can kill a little extra time. Maybe. Maybe. Assuming that pinwheel doesn't mean we lost the connection again, you son of a bitch. I crashed again. Am I back? Please tell me I'm back. Look, I'll even take off my top. Just give me something here. Give me something to work with. Needs more power. Alrighty. If I have to go to bed, I should. I just want to try and make things not be broken. Like, it took me 2 days to figure out the problems with the boot drive. What's the closest armor I have to nudity for my hunter? Oh, hang on. It's a start. Now probably Uthduna? Put my clothes back on? You can't stop me. Look, consider myself generous for the fact I'm not putting on Melihoa gear. I'd rather have Olivia's earrings, yeah. Or Olivia's, or maybe one of these. Fuck it, we're going Earring of Dedication, or male. That skirt thing looks amazing. This is from the female version of the Necromancer set. It's also one of the only combos with the Numinous I'm using that lets you have open enjoyment of the backside. Never mind, not this one. Let me cook. Even more backside. Much better. Oh, yeah. No, I don't like these sleeves with this. No. How's this? Are you still feed loin generous? I look so stupid. Well, look, there's no buff body set in Wilds yet. I can't go more naked than this. And somehow the default colors make it feel worse. Because, like, it's matching my bra instead of, you know, everything else. My undergarments. Why? You know what? Fine. Worse it is. Like, it's not gonna get better. Okay, that is as much ass as I can show. There's that one set. You want me to go full on Death Stench, the one you always simp over. I hope you're happy now. Oh, hang on. Missed that one. Thank you for reminding me. Unjustified. I have a very good justification for getting rid of you. So, hasta la vista. Alright. Oh, I'm the best. This is the only way. It's actually not even shown a slight bit of fluctuation on the stream stability since I did this. Do you think this is what Twitch sims for? The Death Stench armor sets? Really? The idea of putting a man in heels and a corset and a full half mask? Well, full half mask. A mask that covers everything except the Gimp Batman mask. That's what I'm gonna roll with. They didn't add any talismans that use that Palico mat, did they? No, okay. Okay, so my cat decided it's not enough to be a Woodwood, he wants to also be a nudist. So, help me out here. A true smash. Only when I'm carrying around this giant bludgeoning weapon. There we go. Now he's an orange cat. Wolverine. Honey Badger. He's an affront to Rove. You can see him blinking. That's not just helmet. That's not just bodysuit. He is Woodwood. So, what would Woodwood do? Not the cat. You know what Woodwood would do? Considering there's a special interaction in the Scarlet Forest with Woodwoods? Dun-dun. Is there anything interesting out there? We're going to take the long way to the Scarlet Forest, but I think we got something waiting for us. Trust me. Cutie patootie. My cat's the best. Even if he does have orange cat energy. Especially if he does, actually. Nothing there. I guess I can check the Quematrice and the Zuwu, but not likely. I'm gonna check anyway. Alright, bird, get the lead out. Even though you are lead-colored. Or more a garbled graphite, graphene, charcoal. Ugh. Too much green, not enough black. Actually, yours is better, but mine's a close second. Everybody says they have the best cat, and they're all right. Unlike dog owners. The Chihuahua owners have to be wrong. I'm sorry. That's not a dog. That's just a physical manifestation of hatred. And the worst part is, even though Chihuahuas are pure evil, they actually don't have the tools to do anything with it. Like, what's the worst cat equivalent we have to a Chihuahua? A Maine Coon? And that's just because of the name, not actually anything the cat does. Nothing. I already have what I need for the Nerscylla, the Gypceros. I can check the Blanganga, and then the Hirabami, yeah. In Germany, you have so many funny words to insult Chihuahuas. Share them. Let me have it. I thought I saw Rove for a brief second. It's called Optimism. Let's start with the monkeys. Foot Honk, Bag Devil. Kick Me's, that's one I like. What? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention, Gypceros. What? Why do you think you deserve my attention? Stay away. Know your place. You have a Maine Coon. Excellent. Unfortunately, you can't properly translate all the terms. You know what? I'm just happy to know that other people around the world also hate Chihuahuas. What? The Lil Blangos are trying to get uppity now? Please. Find me some Hirabami. Google Maps, I choose you. That's a nothing. There's only 2 Blanganga on the map right now. Only the 1 Hirabami. I don't need any of the others, so... Oh well. Fun fact, most terms are also used for children. I don't know if I would put children on the same level as a Chihuahua, you know, vertically speaking. You need at least 3 Chihuahuas stacked on top of each other to equal a child. Any dog that needs a phone book like that better be adorable, utilitarian, or no longer in my presence. I love most dogs. Do I want to see silly pictures of your cat? Absolutely. Send them my way. Rathalos, you are not part of the problem right now. Do not make yourself part of the problem. Oh. I need... Wait. I have a screenshot for my... Where is it? I think I still need both Rompopolo crowns. I do still need both Rompopolo crowns. Okay. If I get this, it means I have officially at least 1 crown for every monster currently available in the game. I didn't think I was going to get there before Lagiacrys got introduced. And naturally I have to do it while dressed like this. uh... Oh, I didn't do self-improvement. It's not tempered, so this shouldn't take long. Burn a voucher. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. "25 minutes, but it's a non-tempered from Popolo, so we should be fine. My cat has a railgun in his balloon. He is a work of art. More, I just want you to know those notification noises are you. And a third one, just to be safe. Oh, you know, do you? It took a while to find the pics. Fair. I think given how long it's been since my last cat passed, I would have to dig too. I know exactly where they are, it's just not high up. It's been some time. Stay down, get the memo, Pop. Okay, fine, you want to play this out to the end? Be my guest. I'm gonna sharpen. It's gonna hurt even more. Wait. Oh, it's still targeting the one I marked first. Of fucking course, you know who else would be texting me? Surprisingly more people than I want. But most of those are sales, are political advertisements. I'm deliberately not registered with one of the two major American parties. I'm an independent, which means I can't vote in primaries and shit. But it does mean both sides can still advertise to me. Bastards. JK, you just send it so naturally? No, embrace the sass. Have a gas. Otherwise, you might burst with excitement. Gem? I'll be. And another gem. It's not even from one of the boxes I get from the Lucky Voucher, just 2 gems off a random Rumpopolo that turned out to be a small crown. Please tell me something else hit that before I showed up. I'm fucking around. I'm paying more attention to the chat than the fight. And it took just over 3 minutes. Like, that's a Frenzied Monster's health bar. What the fuck? Oh, talking about the SAS, please, go on. I can't remember if I scanned it or not. Apparently, I'm your side chick? Explain. Silver Crown, don't care. That's called skills. Bird, did you pick a direction, or it despawned, didn't it? There's only 2 Rumpopolo on the map right now. There were 2 Rumpopolo on the map. Well, I guess I can still check the Ajaricon and the Rathian. Oh, Loki's words, huh? Apparently I need to be more of a nuisance there, too. I've been in at least 2 of his streams recently. I need to be more vocal. But, you know, I'm fine being the side piece. I got a lot to share. And who am I gonna say no to? You just wanted to say it before he could. That's fair. If you want to finish first, that's your priority, not mine. The only other thing here would be that Rathian. Nothing. I can check the Clementrice. I've already got Chatacabra, Gypsaro, Spalahara, and Arkveld, so... I can finally get rid of the category on my goddamn spreadsheet for crown tracking. Neither. Because now I have at least 1 crown for everything. Except for the fact that Lagiris is probably going to be out in less than 2 weeks, so I'm going to need the category again. Shortly. But not that shortly, hopefully. Bird, get a move on. Our camp's about to get destroyed. I'm sorry, what did I just read? His words. Stop it, it's Pookie time. When you're playing games and I start streaming. I need to put these away for a second. What? You two need to have better standards. But with the 2 of you combined, there has to be at least 1 better idea than me. The longer the better. God damn. Well, we haven't had anything crit out too badly in the last, I want to say 20 minutes, so... I'm not saying we're going on forever, but we are taking our time to get to the Scarlet Forest. I think I know something we're going to want to see. I'm going to start at Area 6. What do I mean, what? I've met me. I know me. Granted, I don't watch my own streams, but that's because I'm on this side of the damn computer. I was actually thinking I should rewatch some of my streams to start getting clips or something. Where did that crab run off to? No, he's complaining that you're always in stream. Oh. excuse you for having hobbies. I don't know when he would start doing that. Oh! Once we get this thing, we can go to Suja and get a meal cutscene. Okay. There's 2 Lalas out here. Neither of them has that... Uthduna, it's only a 4-star, no tempered. What are the odds on that being a crown? Okay. Nah, you're gonna do the clipping. Don't worry. We shall see. Because that's one thing I feel like I've been lacking in social media, is actually posting stuff that isn't notifications. Granted, I don't spend a lot of time on Twitter unless it's for notifications. It's pretty much my only reason to be there. Fuck it, go to that one. Yeah. That one, yes. Like, I was thinking of especially going back to my Dragon's Dogma 1 playthrough, which I finished the first playthrough, but New Game Plus, there's room to max out the level. I could still do more in Bitter Black Phase 2. I want to go back to that. There's a ton of stuff I want to go back to. And I want to get clips for when I post a ton. What do I mean? I feel like I'm not posting stuff that's... How do you put it? I feel like I need to post stuff that's like model art or like stuff that's more explicitly stream related. Like clips, highlights, compilations, something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm off my rocker more than usual. No crown, don't care. Bring me to... Let's see. This should be good. I'm very active online. I don't think I'm doing what I should be in terms of, well, for want of a better word, advertising. Like, you can call me delusional on this one, but I think there is a non-0% chance I might be able to actually, I don't know, achieve minimum wage with this kind of thing sometime within the foreseeable future. Ah, yeah, those things are often staged. Hey, cat, come up here. Are you enjoying your new costume? Go on, take a load off. But you're not saying no to more content. Here's the thing, once I'm through the stuff with the doctors in the next... I finished 1 week. In the next 3 to 5 weeks. Hopefully I'll have more time I can dedicate back to this. I will become a big streamer. Wishful thinking, but I'm willing to dream for a little bit. You will personally work hard to get me there. Listen, if you're working hard, there might be some other gratification you're overdue for. Oh, now you're gonna jump on the bed, right? There you go. This is what I want to see. You're already trying to recut new people to... Have I ever said you are generous to a masochistic degree? Like me throwing my Woodwood through the ceiling. And getting another Woodwood back in different colors. The laws of equivalent exchange state one Woodwood for another. You can be mad at me, but don't be mad at my wedge heels, okay? That's personal. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the Woodwood get traded out instead of losing the Palico for a Woodwood, it's a Woodwood for a Woodwood. It's literally just the same goddamn thing. but I changed the color so I could tell them apart. That's it. Okay. Now we're all dressed in our Sunday best. We've got our Woodwood back. Let's go get a meal, shall we? You're just autistic. Sorry, don't apologize. I cannot overstate my gratitude. I mean, I could, but we only have so much time. You're having a hyperfixation. My condolences to your free time. Of all things, you chose me. I am both flattered and perplexed. Poogie. Don't worry, we're gonna have meat tacos in there. You are not an ingredient. Chill with the frog. Oh, you gave me honey, too. Aw, thanks, honey. Anyway, large woman. We're about to have dinner. Would you like to be the table? No? Never mind? Okay. Alright, time for Granny to fatten us up. I love that it's like the Blanca suit. It keeps your Palico in the full body armor for this. We just kidnapped a random Woodwood from the Scarlet Forest and brought it here to eat with the ancient Wyverians. Stop being so hard on myself. I'm cool. I'm not cool as heck. You say that with hate, by the way. I will accept it only because you said it with vociferous spite. If you were saying that as praise, I would have to dissuade you. But yeah. What do you think? Were we underdressed? Overdressed? The only person that could compete with us was the tent, and still we ate. Okay. There's nothing else on the map catching my attention at the moment, so... Back we go. You know, I think my Palico needs a matching half mask to me, so I'm going to switch back from Wacky Woodwood to... I already threw out the name for the other set. Perfectly dressed. You know what? This is hard to beat. The only thing I would change is that I might change the chest piece to something where I can show how much of my ass is hanging out, but then I'd lose the corset, so... You have to choose your battles, kid. Look me in my non-visible eyes when I tell you that. It's the truth. It's useful. You'll need that information. One day. You hate that Woodwood. Well, good thing I'm about to change him. I can't change the full mask, and the leaf seems to have some inherent green on it. Hang on. Maybe I can work with this. Oh, hang on. It's still too green. I think that's as close as I can get. But for real, you should be the grateful one here? Why? I wouldn't be here without you right now. I gotta show my appreciation even more so. I don't know what I've done to earn your gratitude. You know what? Make that lighter. Not that light. Brighten. Yeah, let's go with that. Perfect. My color choices scare me. It's pink and cyan. It's cyberpunk colors. And I'm trying to work around the fact that the Woodwood gear has inherent shading on it, so I can't just match it with mine. I was gentle, no napping, we got places to be. Because I talk to you like hello? I'm also an agitating, aggravating, braggadocious, non sequitur of an asshole. The fact you can tolerate me talking to you, that's impressive. Isn't that right, Twink? You know, we just came from the Scarlet Forest base camp. Didn't you notice the Woodwood with me? Wait a minute. If I'm dressed too much like a woman, he might accidentally turn straight. I can't risk losing Twink like that. Goodbye, Eric. I have to save you from me. Nah, the colors are just weird. Yeah, it's like, look at these black and gray splotches on the cape, even though I've clearly gone into the cyan side of things. And also, the levels of shading on the hood versus how much of it just wants to be a washed out black, kind of charcoal, kind of shit. But I get a pink garter belt, so I'm happy. Next time I should look where I'm jumping. Don't worry, your immenseness, your floofness, your chonkness. Once the next title update is here, I'll have to remove my optimization tool, and then you can have your eyes again. You won't be blinded from the truth much longer. You're here for the talking, hello, you like my yapping? Or me in general? I'm cool. Role model type shit. Oh, dear. Come on, bring it back, bring it back. Come on, you can reconnect. I know it. You can bring it back. Reconnect, bastard. Did I crash? That is the million-dollar question. Did I crash? That is the million zenny question here. What the? I think we're stabilized. Okay, we're back. Oh, my fuck. You know what? You said too many nice things all in a row. The internet knew you were lying. It had to crash the stream. Oh, dear. I think we're back, but we're going to have to call it soon. Because whatever's causing these stability problems, I don't have a fix for it. I think this is just going to have to come down to me thanking everybody for hanging out as long as they could. I will do what I can on the back end to fix this. I won't be back until Monday. Right, so, let's see. What are the plans for next time? Alright. Bring back Notepad on the left. There we go. So these are all the ideas we have for emotes right now. That's only 8 out of 10. I do want to have 2 more ideas so we can actually start working on emotes ASAP. And maybe we do at least one of these on stream together. So that is one thing we have planned. After that, I'm thinking we need to get ready for the Palworld update on June 25th. So we might not be able to cover that day 1, but we will be covering it ASAP. So we will have Palworld coming back soon. I'm going to try to prep for that offline. What else do we have? We have a Terra Raid for Baxcalibur coming. I don't have an explanation for what happened. I'm sorry. I am going to try and fix things behind the scenes, because that didn't even let me reconnect. I had to manually stop and restart the stream. Thankfully, I didn't have to crit out of OBS. I was able to maintain a single solid recording, so that should keep settings consistent for at least that. Ugh. But yeah, as I said before, you said too many nice things in a row. The internet knew you were lying and had to kill the stream. But yeah, we're talking plans for next time. We're talking about doing an art stream for the emotes. Maybe we work on the chibi model. Palworld update is coming in less than a week, so we gotta get ready for that. It's gonna be a Terraria crossover. I fucking love Terraria, and Palworld is great too. I can't wait for that crossover content. Baxcalibur has a Terra Raid in Pokemon. I thought the raid was starting on the 27th. Turns out, that's round 2 of the raid. The raid's actually already started as of last night, about like 8 p.m. EST. So I can start prepping for the raid, and we'll be getting our first attempt of it next time. How is it your fault? It's not your fault, but I'm going to blame you anyway. I need a punchline. Or a scapegoat in this case. Sacrificial lamb. Yeah, you were saying all that nice stuff, and now you're calling me bitch. Yep, that's the way it's supposed to be. Alright. So, we're talking about an art stream for emotes. We're talking about Palworld update coming. We're talking about Pokemon for the Baxcalibur Terra Raid. We're also talking about there's going to be a Capcom showcase on July 26th. It is not just Monster Hunter. We're also supposed to be getting some stuff about Resident Evil 9 and Pragmata. And let me cope. Give me this one. Let me cope. Dragon's Dogma 2. Because the game's basically been abandoned, they've barely acknowledged it outside of adding an easy mode. Dragon's Dogma 2 was already too easy. You added an easier mode? Gesundheit, bird. Next stream is planning on... It's not going to be all at once, mind you. Next stream is going to be on Monday. If I can do it earlier, it's going to be Sunday night. So if it is Sunday night, let me pull up... If I can do it on Sunday night, that will be June 29th at 8 p.m. PST, give or take. I will guarantee we're back on Monday, though. Monday, I have a doctor's appointment, but we're aiming to be streaming at 2 p.m. EST. Hang on. No, my calendar's wrong. That's the wrong year. June, goddamn you. June 2025. Okay? Next stream is going to be on the 23rd. Guaranteed back on June 23rd. Monday. We're going to be aiming for like 2 p.m. EST. I will try for Sunday, but I can't make a guarantee there. So, if I can do Sunday, it's going to be starting at like 8, 9 p.m. EST. I will promise you Monday, though, and I'm going to do my best to keep that promise. Because we didn't actually get to do any crit stress testing either, so we need to do at least one drawing stream. Oh shit, that's right, you're on the Tuesday. Maybe I don't actually stream that day so I can harass you properly. I have to have my priorities. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Bird, stop sneezing. I didn't even know birds can sneeze. In addition to the Capcom Showcase, I still want to finish up the SGF stuff. So that would be Future Game Show, PC Gaming, and depending, we would possibly go back to the State of Unreal. Although I feel like State of Unreal is the least likely we're going to do, just because that involves a level of technical expertise. Bird, please. Your immense floofness. I feel like we're probably not going to do the State of Unreal because... I'm okay. Probably not going to do the State of Unreal because that involves a level of technical expertise I don't have. But Future Game Show and PC Gaming, I can still think on. So... maybe we knock that out in something... maybe I'll even just record that and upload it to YouTube instead of live streaming it. Actually, can I use pre-recorded videos on Twitch? Even the Burb is fed up with me. You know what? He is. So, we will vacate the premises. But yeah, that's all I've got right now. So, Pal World update, Monster Hunter update. We don't know how soon that's coming, but we're going to find out in the Capcom Showcase. We also have some stuff from SGF. We want to do some drawing to get some emotes ready to go. And Pokemon. I still have to shuffle shit around, by the way, that I can actually start the playthrough, so I can compare contrast Switch 1 Pokemon versus Switch 2 Pokemon for Scarlet and Violet. Yes, I can have pre-recorded streams on Twitch. Okay. Maybe I dabble with that for the Summer Game Fest stuff, because I don't know if that's working out well live because of how much data the videos are using. Like, I want to get those to at least 1080p when I'm looking at them, so... it's not hitting my performance as hard as, say, Monster Hunter is, but also, I'm not playing with those videos, I'm just watching them, so... I'm sorry, I'm behind on chat. You'll try to stop by. Do not interrupt your 24-hour streams from me. I will try to stop by for you. Anyway, do I have Discord? I have a personal one. I don't have, like, a group set up or anything like that, unfortunately. Maybe I'll get to reorganizing that. I did reserve some stuff, but there's no activity on there right now. I'm a hoe. I'm supposed to join you? We'll see. I have to check your schedule then. What time does your 24-hour stream start? If there's a ballpark on that. let's see. Let's see, here's your schedule. 4 p.m. GMT. Alright. I'll try to work things out, because I've got multiple appointments this week. Let me think. I know there's one day this week that I'm going to be wrapped up for at least 6 hours. I need to cross-reference my schedule, because it starts early for me. Okay. Because I got doctor's appointments this week, Monday, Tuesday, and at least one Thursday. I have a second appointment. I'll check my schedule later. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sora, I don't have a Discord group ready for anything right now. Even Burb is fed up with me. Yes, I can have pre-recorded streams on Twitch, so maybe I'll sample with that just because I don't know how the, words. If my computer doesn't crit first, my tongue will. Because I don't know if reacting to 1080p content live while also streaming is putting too much stress on my bandwidth. It might be causing issues. Not as much as Monster Hunter somehow, but still. I'll see what I can work around. Gonna be watching regardless. It starts early for me, and you were just kidding. I can't tell anymore. One day I have insomnia, the next day I have narcolepsy. And that's not even the meds. That's just me. Alright, Sora, I see you gasming down there, or is that a moan of discontent? Well, discontent is about to come to an end, so I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I am so sorry for the goddamn disconnects and the lag. I assure you, I wasn't having fun watching the slideshow either. But maybe the one day I do a PowerPoint presentation, maybe then we'll finally actually have something that performs like it's running on modern hardware. He says, already making plans for multiple Pokemon playthroughs, so. Terrible pun? There are no good puns. That's the secret. That's the trick. There are no good puns. Only dad jokes designed to make you cringe. The harder you recoil, the more you suffer, the greater my satisfaction. So, let me thank you for giving me some satisfaction. And I hope I can please you next time. I'll see you soon. And thanks for hanging out. Catch you later!